Yeah, the other day a mate of mine rang me up, told me he'd bought a new bike. He lives on the other side of the country, and it wasn't too far from me, this bike, about 40 minutes away. So he asked me to go and pick it up for him, bring it to my place and look after it so he could pick it up. I'd never ridden one of his bikes before, and the interesting thing about it is it's fully automatic. It's a 2018 Africa Twin. It's actually a really nice bike. It's a very comfortable bike. That's my first impression of this bike, is how comfortable it was. Trying to get my head around the fact I had no no gear lever and no clutch. This thing here, it's right out of reach as a holding brake or a parking brake or something. So never used. This bike's got this is a 1000cc version. They do a 1100 version now apparently. It's a bit different as well. But this one here has got two riding modes that I'm aware of. You just click it from here into drive, which is nano mode, and then you click it again, it goes into sports, which is a little bit more lively and a lot more fun. I was very surprised at how quick it was once like all automatics, if you floor even an automatic car, you put your foot right down, it jumps down the gears and takes off. Well, this is exactly the same. If you're trotting along at 50 k's or something, maybe on a slip road and you come onto the motorway, you wind this thing up and it just takes off. It's a really sweet motor. 1000cc, so it's good, The other thing about this bike, when I picked it up, I thought it was really shit handling. We didn't want to go around corners. It was just sloppy, and it was raining. It was rush hour. I was just not quite used to the no gears, etc., etc. So I didn't really like it. I couldn't wait to get it back and put it in the garage. But and I spoke to my mate about how he doesn't like to go into corners, and he said his tyres are probably flat. So he was right. I went and took it out this morning. Went down to the garage. The front had 18 pounds in it, so stuff all, and the back had I think 18 or 19. So I put 32 in the front and 32 in the back, and took it for a bit of a blat. I don't know, maybe did about 50 k's or something. The difference was massive. Now it goes round corners nicely. It hangs in there. It just wallows a little bit. Probably because the suspension's not been set up for me. The fella that had it was quite a skinny guy, and I'm a bit of a porker. So, and my Tenere has been set. The suspension's been done by Moto SR and Taupo, so it's had a full sort of overhaul, and it's really solid and doesn't twitch or. Very responsive. Big difference actually in the handling of that bike since I put that suspension on it. This hasn't got that, so I thought it'd be a spot. But having said that, this is a lot more comfortable than the Tenere to ride. You can ride this bike all day and your arse would still be in good nick. You ride I ride the Tenere from Tauranga to Coromandel, which is about 200 k's or something. By the time I get there, I can barely fucking walk. I do have the low seat on it, which is a bit harder because there's no padding in it, which probably accounts for a bit of it. But comfort-wise, compared to the Tenere, this thing is way ahead of that. What else can I tell you about it? It's got this luggage racks, bags on the side that expand when you open up these patches and etc. But I can't really see that they would be much cop because the zips are on the top. So in my view, if it was raining, this would let, I would think, I could be wrong, but I would think would let water in and all your gear would get, unless you've got cover bags for like this, but I don't see the point in that. You've got these bags up the front as well with the zips on the top, but for maybe tools or your phone and stuff. It's a nice looking bike. It's a striking bike. The other thing I didn't like about it too much was the position of this crash bar, where the brake pedal is. If you're where your foot is, if you were to hit something, this is going to break your ankle straight away. So I didn't like that one part of this crash bar. This is my personal views on it. But this bike had done, I think it's done almost 9,000 k's or thereabouts. It's in pretty good nick. It should be after only 9,000 k's. But hopefully I'll make it come pick it up in the next couple of days and take the temptation away from me to go and play in it some more, because it's a nice day today. I did have a little black this morning and I thought, fuck, I should go for a decent run, but it's not mine, and he'd be so pissed if I fucking fell off it. And knowing my luck, that would just be the sort of thing that would happen. So I just did a quick review on it and my feelings on the bike, first impressions on the bike rather than a review. And I'll shove it in the garage, and it'll be safe and sound for when he comes to pick it up. So yeah, 2018 African Twin. I believe the 1100s the engine's a bit different. Obviously 100 cc's more or thereabouts, but they've done a few other things to it. This thing to do with the changing of gears when you're going around corners. I don't know. I've watched a few reviews. I don't really understand how that works. This does have a manual override. You can stick it into manual, and you do it with buttons here, up and down. I haven't fiddled with that because I was still learning what everything was. You know, you kind of takes you a little time to get used to where everything is on a bike. But yeah, there you go, African Twin. Personally, I prefer the gears. You know, I've probably been doing it too long now. Riding bikes too long now to switch to the automatic. I'm sure my mate, he's thrilled with it. He wanted an automatic bike. It was a bit like the test ride I did the other day on the Nikon with the 3 wheels in the front. I would never have voluntarily just got on that thing and took it for a ride. It was out of my comfort zone, but I was fairly surprised by it, and I've been a little bit surprised by this bike, by its comfort and power, acceleration, etc. So yeah, would I own one? Yeah, I'd probably own one, but a manual one, not a. I definitely would own an automatic one. It just doesn't. I don't know how it'd be off road and how you would. Yeah, I've got no idea. I don't know what the story is with the brake, the ABS, if you switch it on or off. I've not really done any research into it. There's a few buttons here which I don't know what they mean. Yeah, there's an ABS one there, I think, and something with a G in it. I don't know what that's for either. What else we got? I think it does have cruise control, which is a nice feature. I wish I had it on the Tenere, but it's not the fly-by-wire system, so it doesn't have it. But anyway, my new bike will be here in a few months, which I'm really excited about, and there's no shortage of power, and it's a whole first one in the country, first one in the whole of Australasia, by all accounts. And I'm having a few things done to it as well, just to set it apart from the rest. Like, it's pretty much what I did with the Tenere. Different exhaust system, different intake, different mapping, different tyres, different, just the stuff that I like to do. So I'm pretty excited about that. It can't come soon enough, but trust me, I'll be bringing it to you as soon as it does. That day will be coming soon. Over and out.